5 things to know for May 18, coronavirus, mass gatherings, CDC, Steve Linick, Rwanda. It's International Museum Day, a perfect time to remind your favorite cultural institute you care. And with everything going on, they could really use it. Browse a running list of museums that are opening back up, plus some ideas to get your museum, gallery or exhibit fix, virtually. Here's what you need to know to get up to speed and on with your day. You can also get 5 things you need to know today delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up here. 1. Coronavirus investigation. About 100 countries are pushing for an independent investigation into the coronavirus pandemic. A resolution drafted by the European Union will be presented at the annual meeting of World Health Organization members this week and calls for an impartial, independent and comprehensive evaluation of the WHO coordinated international health response to COVID-19. It doesn't mention China specifically, but there's a general expectation that the country where the virus originated will definitely come up. All of this comes as Dr. Zhong Nanshan, the Chinese government senior medical advisor, confirmed that local authorities in Wuhan had suppressed key details about the magnitude of the initial outbreak. Zhong also said a lack of immunity among citizens could put China in danger of another wave of outbreaks. 2. Mass gatherings. Health officials are doubling down on their warnings about mass gatherings as more U.S. venues reopen. They say large in-person gatherings, like services or meetings, are especially a risk because it only takes one person to set off a coronavirus outbreak. It happened in California, where a single person exposed 180 others to the virus after attending a Mother's Day church service. Texas, one of the first states to start reopening, had its highest single-day increase in new coronavirus cases this weekend. However, it's not clear whether the surge is simply due to more testing or if the virus is spreading more rampantly. Regardless, more beaches, amusement parks and other much-missed destinations are looking to reopen soon as Memorial Day and the start of summer rapidly approach. 3. CDC. White House officials have been hammering the CDC with criticism over coronavirus efforts, adding to simmering tensions between the administration and the nation's leading public health agency. Dr. Deborah Birx, coordinator for the president's coronavirus task force, has become increasingly critical. She says the way the CDC gathers data on the coronavirus is antiquated, which could cause inaccurate and delayed numbers on both virus cases and deaths. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro said the CDC let the country down when early testing efforts proved to be faulty. The rift between the White House and CDC, which, remember, is a federal institution, centers on differing opinions about how quickly the U.S. should reopen. 4. Steve Linick. President Trump fired State Department Inspector General Steve Linick on Friday evening, and it's created a cascade of criticism from both sides of the aisle. Linick is the latest in a line of government watchdogs who have recently been dismissed, a pattern that Senator Mitt Romney called a threat to accountable democracy. Top Democrats have accused the president of engaging in a pattern of retaliation against public servants charged with oversight of his administration. Senator Robert Menendez and Representative Eliot Engel have launched a probe into the firing. Linick was reportedly involved in an investigation of Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and was looking into whether Pompeo made a staffer perform a variety of personal errands, including walking his dog, picking up dry cleaning and making dinner reservations. 5. Rwanda genocide suspect. One of the last key suspects in the Rwandan genocide has been captured in a Paris suburb after more than 20 years on the run. Felicien Kabuga is one of the world's most wanted fugitives, in the words of the United Nations, and is alleged to have been a leading figure in the 1994 genocide against Tutsi and moderate Hutus in Rwanda. Kabuga was indicted in 1997 on 7 counts related to the genocide, but remained on the run, and at one point had a $5 million bounty on his head. Nearly 800,000 people lost their lives, including an estimated 300,000 children, during the months of violence that deeply scarred the East African nation. Breakfast Browse. Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon are partially reopening. Graceland is fully reopening this week. Yes, social distancing rules still apply. NASCAR returned to the track this weekend, and they honored a new breed of American hero, frontline workers. Here are ways to keep preschoolers learning during the pandemic, hopefully with as few tears as possible from all parties. Venice is deserted, and some want it to stay that way. There's just something about giant visiting cruise ships that kills the culture vibe for some people. The U.S. Space Force unveiled its official flag, and it's exactly the kind of flag you would expect from a branch of the military dedicated to space. Today's number $560,000. That's how much a pair of Michael Jordan's game-worn shoes from 1985 sold for at auction, according to Sotheby's. The sale of the autographed Air Jordan 1s breaks the world auction record for a pair of sneakers. Today's quote: "If the world is going to get better, it's going to be up to you." Former President Barack Obama, speaking to the class of 2020, collectively, during a special massive virtual graduation event this weekend. For your snack break, stretch it out, don't get stiffed by your work-from-home routine. Jeanette Jenkins, founder of the Hollywood Trainer, walks you through a few stretches that target your back and can be done at your desk between Zoom meetings in this special edition of Coronavirus, Fact vs. Fiction with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Today's weather, and finally kick off with 18 minutes of fireworks. It may be the beginning of a new week, but there's no bad time for a virtual fireworks display. Click here to view. Click subscribe to receive the latest news.